on the case of Sultana and Luara Kaya. Sultana and Luara Kaya, two Sahrawi female human rights defenders, is currently finding themselves under house arrest. The house arrest started in mid-November 2020, shortly after the end of the ceasefire between Morocco and Front Polisario, leading to a massive crackdown on Sahrawi activists and Sahrawis in general living in the occupied territories of Western Sahara. Ever since, the two sisters have found their home surrounded by Moroccan agents, intelligence services, and police, holding them both under detention. In this sense, the sisters can be said to be prisoners in their own home, finding themselves being deprived of their liberty without any form of justification, in breach of Article 9 of the International Convention on Civil and Political Rights, and the overarching principle of not being arbitrarily deprived of one's liberty. The sisters are, however, not only deprived of their liberty, they're also subjected to daily physical and psychological violence amounting to torture, in breach of Morocco's obligations under the Torture Convention, with Morocco being the one directing the violence and the house arrest being ordered by top officials in the city of Bouchour, including the police commissioner Hakim Amer. The case of Sultana and Luara is therefore a case that, due to the fact that Morocco is, with every means possible, trying to silence them and their advocacy for the right to self-determination, encircled by human rights violations in different shapes and forms, with the violence increasing by the day. By now, it can be said that Morocco is committing war crimes by the intentional infliction of arbitrary detention and torture, with the latest sexual violence forming part of the wider picture of violence against Sahrawi female human rights defenders. It is vital that the international community pays close attention to the case of Sultana and Luara, as well as that of other Sahrawi activists, and holds Morocco to account for its gross violations of both human rights law and humanitarian law.